Hey everyone, and welcome to the NOSR Webs podcast. Just kidding. It's the deep dive, and today we're strapping on our VR headsets and diving into the world of 5THSCAPE. This project's making some serious waves, trying to blend virtual reality and cryptocurrency. Think Ready Player One meets decentralized finance, with a little bit of "is this too good to be true" sprinkled in. We've got some in-depth analysis to unpack, and trust me, you'll want to hear this. Before we get started, though, visit the links in the description below for amazing offers. Okay, back to business. What really got me interested was the momentum this project has right out of the gate.
Oh yeah, it's definitely caught the eye of investors. 5THSCAPE raised a cool $7.4 million in its pre-sale. That's a pretty big vote of confidence. It suggests they've hit on something people are really excited about. Plus, they've already got over 50,000 users signed up ready to explore their virtual world. Early adoption like that is always a good sign.
Yeah, it's like everyone suddenly realized, hey, maybe I do want to battle a giant robot octopus while managing my crypto portfolio. Okay, maybe not everyone. But there's definitely a growing interest in this idea. Let's be real, though, hype can only take you so far. What's got me intrigued is that 5THSCAPE doesn't seem to be all smoke and mirrors. Their token 5THSCAPE is built on the Ethereum blockchain, which, as you know, is the gold standard for security and transparency in the crypto world. And get this. There's a fixed supply of 5.21 billion tokens. That built-in scarcity has some analysts predicting returns of up to 165.96% soon after launch.
Now hold on, before you go remortgaging your house, remember, returns are never guaranteed in the crypto space. It's a wild ride. While those numbers sound tempting, it's important to look past the hype and understand the fundamentals. And that's where 5THSCAPE gets really interesting. What they're building is an immersive VR and AR ecosystem where blockchain technology is at the core of everything. Think gaming, movies, educational content, even just hanging out with friends, all within a secure and transparent blockchain framework.
Imagine stepping into a digital world where owning a piece of virtual real estate or a rare in-game item isn't just a concept in a video game. It's an actual asset recorded on an immutable ledger. That's the kind of potential we're talking about. And 5THSCAPE isn't just talking the talk, they're walking the walk. They've already got games like Cage Conquest, a VR fighting experience that seems like it'll get your adrenaline pumping. Then there's Cricket 3D Thrust Hunter and even educational content. It shows they're aiming to build a diverse platform that caters to different interests.
Exactly, and that wide appeal is a smart move. They're not limiting themselves to just one niche. Plus, they're tackling some of the biggest hurdles that have plagued other blockchain-based gaming platforms. You know, scalability and transaction fees. 5THSCAPE is using Layer 2 technology to improve scalability, meaning they can handle a lot more users and transactions without things slowing down. And for you as a user, this means smoother gameplay, faster transactions, and much lower fees than you'd find on many other platforms.
It's like they're building a high-speed on-ramp to the metaverse.
Yeah.
Speaking of users, they've already built a really active community on platforms like Discord and Telegram. That level of engagement is huge for a project like this, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. A lively community provides great feedback, helps shape the platform's development, and acts as a powerful word-of-mouth marketing force. It's a sign that people are invested in the project, not just financially, but emotionally. And that can really drive success.
So we've got a project with a clear vision, a solid tech foundation, a passionate community, and a focus on delivering a smooth user experience. What's not to love? But here's what really sets 5THSCAPE apart, at least for me. They're taking regulation and compliance seriously.
And that's a big deal, especially in the often unpredictable world of crypto. It shows a commitment to building a sustainable and trustworthy platform. They're not just trying to make a quick buck and disappear into the digital ether. They're working with industry experts to make sure they're operating within the rules, which can only boost confidence among users and investors.
It's like they're building a bridge between the Wild West of crypto and the established world of traditional finance and technology. And that bridge could be crucial for mainstream adoption.
It really could be the key to unlocking the metaverse's full potential. And 5THSCAPE isn't stopping there. They've got ambitious plans to expand their VR and AR content, develop even more advanced VR hardware, and integrate deeper blockchain functionality. They're building a whole digital universe brick by digital brick.
Let's take a quick look under the hood, shall we? From a technical analysis perspective, the 5THSCAPE token is showing some promising signs. It's been steadily going up and the support levels look solid. It's early days, but
there's definitely a feeling of excitement around this project. They seem to have all the right ingredients: vision, technology community, and a regulatory conscious approach.
it's great to see a project firing on all cylinders like this. But now we come to the million-dollar question, or maybe the $7.4 million question in this case.
Yeah, it really is a fascinating question. 5THSCAPE is right in the middle of two huge trends: the rise of the metaverse and the growing use of cryptocurrency. If they can successfully bring those two worlds together, the potential is practically limitless.
Right, it's like they're building a foundation for a whole new digital economy. Imagine earning crypto by competing in virtual tournaments, or buying and selling virtual real estate using NFTs. Makes you wonder what the limits really are, doesn't it?
And it's not just about the money, it's about creating completely new experiences, new ways to connect with people from all over the world, new forms of entertainment and education. 5THSCAPE seems to be tapping into something much deeper, something that connects with that human desire to explore, create, and connect.
Okay, I'm totally geeking out here.
Okay.
This is like watching science fiction come to life right in front of us.
Yeah.
But let's come back down to earth for a minute and talk about the practical stuff. What are some of the hurdles 5THSCAPE needs to overcome to achieve these big goals?
Well, one of the first things they need to get right is user-friendliness and accessibility. Right now, the world of VR, AR, and crypto can be pretty intimidating for newbies. There's a steep learning curve and a lot of technical jargon to figure out.
Yeah, I tried to explain blockchain to my grandmother once. Let's just say it didn't go as well as I'd hoped.
Exactly. 5THSCAPE needs to find a way to make these complicated concepts simpler and make them easy for the average person to understand. The experience needs to be engaging and intuitive, something anyone can pick up and enjoy even if they're not already into the tech.
It's like designing the iPhone of the metaverse, right?
Yeah.
Sleek, stylish, and it just works. No need for a 300-page instruction manual.
Exactly. Another challenge is scalability. If they want to create a truly global platform with millions of users, they need to make sure the underlying infrastructure can handle that kind of volume. Transaction speeds need to be super fast and fees need to be kept low.
Lag is the worst, especially when you're in a virtual world trying to, slay a dragon or beat your opponents in a big race. Nobody wants to be stuck waiting for their actions to register.
Absolutely. And then there's the always present issue of regulation. The cryptocurrency world is still developing, with different countries having different rules and regulations. 5THSCAPE will have to navigate that complex web very carefully if they want to operate globally.
It's like they're playing 4D chess, trying to predict every move and stay one step ahead.
And they can't forget about security. We've seen over and over how vulnerable crypto projects can be to hacks and exploits. 5THSCAPE needs to make security a top priority at every level if they want to build trust and protect their users' assets. No one wants to lose their hard-earned crypto because of a security slip-up.
It's like building a digital fortress with top-of-the-line defenses to keep those virtual treasures safe. But let's not forget about the fun part, content. They need to offer a diverse and engaging range of experiences that keep people coming back for more. They need to attract top developers and creators who can build amazing things on their platform.
You're absolutely right. The content needs to be compelling. Imagine a virtual amusement park with something for everyone. Thrilling games, immersive educational experiences, virtual concerts, art galleries. The possibilities are endless, and they need to keep adding new things to keep it fresh and exciting.
So let's fast forward a bit and assume they overcome all these challenges.
Yeah.
What does a successful 5THSCAPE world actually look like? Paint us a picture.
Okay, picture this. You put on your VR headset, and you're instantly transported to a busy virtual city filled with people from all over the world. You can go to concerts with your favorite bands, explore museums with incredible artifacts, shop for virtual stuff, or even go to a work meeting, all without leaving your house.
Work meetings. I thought we were escaping the boring parts of reality in this virtual paradise.
Well, even in the metaverse, work is probably still going to be part of life for many of us. But imagine going to a virtual meeting in a beautiful mountaintop retreat or on a sunny beach in Bali. It might just make those Monday morning meetings a little bit better.
Okay, you got me there. But let's get back to the fun stuff. What about gaming in this 5THSCAPE world?
Think about it. Immersive gaming experiences that blur the lines between real and fantasy. You could be fighting alongside your friends in a medieval siege, exploring uncharted planets in your own spaceship, or competing in virtual sports tournaments with real prizes.
And all of this is powered by the security and transparency of blockchain technology. You actually own your digital stuff, you can trade it freely, and you know it's protected from hacks and fraud.
It's a world full of possibilities, only limited by our imaginations.
I have to say I'm getting pretty excited just thinking about it. But let's not get too carried away by the hype just yet. Let's take a moment to think about the potential downsides. What are some of the risks or concerns with a project like 5THSCAPE that we should be aware of?
Yeah, that's a really important question. One obvious concern is privacy. In a world where our digital and physical lives are becoming more and more connected, how do we protect our personal information? We don't want to enter a digital utopia only to find out we've given up our privacy for convenience.
Right? No one wants to end up in some dystopian nightmare where our every move in the virtual world is tracked and analyzed and sold to the highest bidder. We're looking for an escape, not a digital panopticon.
Exactly. 5THSCAPE will have to put strong privacy measures in place and make sure users have control over their data. Transparency is key. Another concern, and this is something we've seen with immersive technologies in general, is the possibility of addiction. VR is already incredibly captivating, and when you add financial incentives to the mix, it could become even harder to log off.
It's easy to imagine getting sucked into a virtual world where you're earning crypto, fighting fantasy creatures, and making new friends. Suddenly hours have gone by and you've forgotten to eat or walk the dog. We need to be careful of that slippery slope.
We do. And then there's the question of accessibility and equality. Will everyone have a fair chance to participate in this brave new world, or will it become another playground for the rich? Will we see a digital divide emerge where those who can afford the latest VR gear and high-speed internet have a big advantage over those who can't?
It's a valid point. We need to make sure the metaverse is inclusive and open to everyone, no matter their background. Otherwise, we risk making existing inequalities even worse.
Exactly. And on a broader societal level, we need to think about the long-term effects this technology could have on our relationships, our work, even our sense of reality. It's a Pandora's box of possibilities, both good and bad, and we need to approach it carefully.
It feels like we're on the edge of a new frontier, full of exciting opportunities and unexpected challenges. It's a bit intimidating, to be honest.
It is, but it's also incredibly exciting. 5THSCAPE is a bold experiment, and it's too early to say for sure how it will all turn out. But they seem to be doing the right things by focusing on community engagement, regulatory compliance, and user experience. They understand that building a sustainable metaverse takes more than just cool technology and buzzwords. It requires a thoughtful and responsible approach.
So for those of us who are curious but also a little cautious, what should we be looking out for as 5THSCAPE develops? What are the signs of success or potential warning signs?
Keep an eye on their roadmap and see if they deliver on their promises. Are they hitting their targets? Are they attracting talented people and partners? And are they actively addressing the concerns about privacy, security, and accessibility? Actions speak louder than words.
And what about the 5THSCAPE token itself? Is it a good investment? I know a lot of our listeners are probably wondering about that.
Well, that's something each person needs to decide for themselves, but I would recommend everyone to do their own research. Understand the risks involved, and never invest more than they can afford to lose. Cryptocurrency is naturally volatile, and there are never any guarantees. Don't let the hype cloud your judgment.
Wise words. So what does all this mean for the average person who might be hearing about the metaverse for the first time? Should we all be running out to buy VR headsets and jumping headfirst into this unknown territory?
Not necessarily. The metaverse is still very new and it's changing quickly, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. It has the potential to change how we live, work, and interact with the world in a big way. Staying informed is key.
It's like watching a new digital frontier being born, and it's up to all of us to shape what it becomes.
Exactly. It's a time full of possibilities and challenges. It's up to us to make the most of the potential while minimizing the risks.
Well said. And on that note, we'd like to thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of 5THSCAPE. We hope you found it informative and interesting.
And remember, the future is a collaborative effort. Let's work together to create a metaverse that is inclusive, sustainable, and beneficial for everyone.
And before you go, don't forget to visit the links in the description below for amazing offers. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.